Hi, I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, March the 10th. Well, the grain and oilseed markets turned down this week. The wheat markets were down on thoughts that the Black Sea shipping agreement would be extended, and with Russia's relentless selling of cheap wheat to the world markets. Corn was lower after USDA lowered the U.S. exports by 75 million bushels, thus raising the U.S. ending stocks by the same amount. And soybeans were lower on the pullback that we saw in soy meal and on the Brazilian harvest pace. As well, a lower stock market, lower crude oil, and a higher U.S. dollar also all weighed on the markets. Our May canola contract this week was down. It was down hard. It lost $44.70 a ton, and it closed out at $777.80. The canola was sharply lower on technical-based selling once prices slipped below that $810 a ton mark. Lower vegetable oils and Australia's report that they grew a record 8.3 million ton crop of canola also weighed heavily on the market. The May soybean contract this week was down 12 cents a bushel and closed at $15.07. The May corn contract, well, it was down 23 cents a bushel, closing out at $6.17 a bushel. And the May oat contract, well, it bounced a little bit. It was up 15 cents a bushel and closed at $3.47. Our May Minneapolis spring wheat contract, well, it was down hard this week as well. It lost 48 cents a bushel and closed at $8.25. The wheat fell sharply on chart-based selling, with pressure coming from an agreement looking more and more likely between Russia and Ukraine over extending the Black Sea shipping corridor. This week, our Canadian dollar, well, it was down 133 basis points and closed at 72.25. The crude oil was also lower this week. It lost $3.03 a barrel and closed at 76.65. For next week, well, the March Madness is on, and I don't mean basketball. The markets have turned lower, and for now, the easiest path is down. However, we will be looking for a bottom, and once it does bottom, then we can start looking for where prices can get back to. But until then, we'll look for canola to try and slow the descent and possibly hold in this 760 to 770 area. If not, well, then I guess we'll look a little lower. And for spring wheat, well, we'll look for prices to attempt to hold here in this $8.20 area. And if they can, then we'll look for them to try and bounce back towards that $8.50. If not, well, then expect more weakness. I'm Ed Baldwin with your weekly wrap-up for Friday, March the 10th.